Yes, so hello guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafio. Thanks for joining me here. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let's get straight into it. And the Black Stars put up a nice performance, but unfortunately they lost by 3-2 to Portugal in their opener of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Well, we're going to check out the player ratings of the Black Stars players following their performance in the game against Portugal. Well, after a barren first half, the Portuguese were able to get a penalty after Cristiano Ronaldo faked a dive, and referee Ismail Elfat awarded that malicious penalty to Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored the penalty. Then later on, Dede Ayew got the equalizer for the Black Stars with a tap-in from a cross from Mohamed Kudus. Well, shortly after Ghana scored the goal, João Felix put Portugal once ahead in the lead. Then later on, substitute Rafael Leo scored an offside goal, which the referee and his linesmen failed to do a very good job by going to the VAR to check if it was an offside or not. But as usual, the three referees on the pitch as well, who were Americans, and their Canadian counterparts who were in the VAR booths, did not do a very good job, leading the Black Stars to lose the match by 3-2. But Ghana could have still equalized if Inaki Williams had taken his time to shoot the ball in the final minutes. Well, we're going to check out the entire performance of the Black Stars players in this game. So quickly, let's get straight into it, starting off with goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi. For me, I think Lawrence Atizigi was able to do a good job despite conceding the 3 goals. He made some good saves, but for the penalty that Ronaldo shot, I think that if Lawrence Atizigi was confident enough, he would have stopped that penalty because he had the angle correct, but he went down instead of being in the middle, and that was how come Ronaldo was able to score. He denied Ronaldo scoring a second goal with that good save, and I think that he did very well with that particular save. So for Lawrence Atizigi, I think I'll give him 5/10 for his performance. For the defenders, well, let me start with the right back. That is Alidou Seydou for me was our best player in the first half, and for that matter, I'll give him 6/10. He frustrated João Felix throughout the game till he went out, and in fact, João Felix had to switch from his position to the other flanks. That was how come he went to score the goal from Babaraman's position, and João Felix was entirely frustrated. You remember that when Alidou Seydou was playing without getting a yellow card, he was able to tackle João Felix. Still, that young guy ended up falling down maliciously, and the referee gave Alidou Seydou a yellow card, and that was the end of the game for Alidou Seydou, as he was unable to go in for all the 50-50 challenges, fearing that he would get a red card and had to be substituted. For Alidou Seydou, I think that he did so very much well, and I'll give him 6/10 for his performance in the game. Let me go to the left back, Babaraman. Babaraman, for me, did not have a good game from the beginning of the first half till the second half, when he tried to get the ball up front and later on got an assist from that goal that was scored by Osman Bukhari. And for that matter, I think I'll give Babaraman a 7/10. Nobody should judge me on that, but Babaraman in the first half, I must admit that he was somehow not good enough. But in the second half, after Ghana tried to progress with the ball, I think he did very well. For Babaraman, I think that his problem has to do with the defending. He's unable to defend very well. But when he's supposed to be doing the overlapping and getting the crosses, trust me, Babaraman is very good. At the point in time, he went in for one corner, and I thought he would have made a mistake with that. But Babaraman was clearly good up front, done in defense, and for that matter, I think he deserves a 7 after getting an assist and sending in more crosses over there. Well, the next player I have here is Daniel Amati. Daniel Amati was in defense for the Black Stars, and I think Daniel Amati, in my estimation, well, I'll give him 5/10. He wasn't all that good for me. He was able to stop the Portuguese on a number of occasions, commanding the backline and all that, but he struggled at a point in time around the 70th minute. If you watch Daniel Amati very well, he lost his energy, and that was how come he ended up instructing Tariq Lamptey to be doing most of the tackles and running for the Black Stars in there, and I think that he deserves a 5 over 10 for his performance in the game. For Alexander Jiku, oh my word, what a defender. Alexander Jiku was very, very good in defense for the Black Stars. He did very well commanding the backline with Amati and all that, but well, they are all to be blamed for some of the goals that were scored, and I think that getting a 6 over 10 is fair for Alexander Jiku over there. Now, Mohamed Salisu. Well, Mohamed Salisu, I also give him a 6 for his performance. I know some of you will rate him less, but I think Mohamed Salisu was good in the game, aside from the penalty which came and it was unlucky. He was playing a good game. If you watch the game very well, you realize that Mohamed Salisu was the one calming everything in defense for the Black Stars. Anytime the Black Stars was under threat, anytime there was frustration setting in, anytime there was pressure and counter-attacks, it was Mohamed Salisu who always came to our rescue, getting the interception, the tackle, the 50-50 tussle for the balls and all that. And I think Mohamed Salisu deserves a 6 over 10 for his performance in the game. Now, to midfield, well, Abdul Saleh Samed, I'll give him 5 because that player was good when he in the tackles, but for Samed, his biggest issue was passes. His passes were not going in at all, and that was where I think that he struggled in the game and made it a little bit difficult for us in the first half. So I'll give him 4 over 10 for his performance in the game. For Thomas Partey, I was so disappointed in Thomas Partey. He was clearly out of coverage area. You couldn't find Thomas Partey in the game. Is that how Thomas Partey plays for Arsenal? No, I've been watching Thomas Partey in the Premier League, and that is not how he plays for Arsenal. He struggled in the game. He struggled in the game too much that in the second half, the only time I saw Thomas Partey was when Andre Ayew was giving him the captain's armband. After that, I didn't see Thomas Partey in the game. I wonder what was happening to Thomas Partey with his making his progressive runs and sending that diagonal and through passes. But unfortunately, Thomas Partey, for me, did not do well, and I'll give him 4 over 10 for his performance in the game. I think that in the next game, he has to step up. We want to see Thomas Partey we saw in Ghana's game against Nigeria, not the Thomas Partey we saw at the 2021 AFCON, because that kind of performance cannot get you to the level of Michael Essien and the rest. So Thomas Partey must step up his performance. Now, let me go forward and talk about the performance of our midfielders in the game after talking about all other players. Now, Mohamed Kudus, oh my word, that youngster has proven that he is in the form of his life, and Mohamed Kudus, I'll give him 8 over 10 for his performance. When everybody was struggling to shoot the ball and all that, Mohamed Kudus was able to make a very decisive run from the midfield straight to the 30 yards out and shot the ball, which gave the goalkeeper a threat. And I think that Mohamed Kudus did very well with that first half shot that he managed to get on target. Then later on, when we thought when Portugal had scored a goal, we couldn't get back, Mohamed Kudus made a very good run and sent the ball to Andre Ayew to score that goal. And I think that for that particular performance, Mohamed Kudus won the heart of many for doing all the good work and leaving it to Andre Ayew to score the goal. And I think that Mohamed Kudus in my books will get an 8 for that. Now, the next player is Captain Andre Ayew. Captain Andre Ayew also deserves an 8 over 10 for his performance in the game. And I think that Andre Ayew and Kudus shouldn't have been substituted at the time that they were subbed by Coach Otuado. Andre Ayew in the first half was nowhere to be found, but in the second half, Andre Ayew was able to get into the groove. He was warming up into the game after he scored that goal, and you know that anytime Andre Ayew scores a goal, he's able to contribute more. But unfortunately, Coach Otuado took the worst decision in the match and subbed off Andre Ayew. And I think that for scoring that goal, Andre Ayew also deserves 8 over 10 for that performance in the game. Well, for Inaki Williams, oh my word, Inaki Williams struggled up front because the balls were not coming, and anytime he had the ball, the players were wide away and all that. And unfortunately, that last minute chance, I'm struggling to understand why Inaki Williams was unable to score. It's still like flashes in my mind how Inaki Williams struggled to stand on his feet to just shoot the ball, and Ruben Dias came to clear that particular chance. And I think that for Inaki Williams, I'll give him 5 over 10 for his performance. It wasn't bad at all for me because we struggled to create chances for him to score a goal, and he had to be playing midfield most of the time. And I think that for Inaki Williams in the next game, we should help our attacking midfielders to help him get more balls out from them. We can know if he's that good in the national team and all. For the substitute, I'll give Jordan Ayew 3 over 10 for his performance in the game. Jordan Ayew shouldn't have come on in the first place. His timing coming into the game was wrong and shouldn't have even played the game in the first place. He was the cause of all our last 2 goals that we considered, and I think Jordan Ayew contributed nothing to the play. Now another substitute, Antoine Semenyo, one of the players that I see him as the Dinjeko, the super sub, but unfortunately, well, the time he came on wasn't favorable, and Antoine Semenyo was not able to contribute much in the game. And well, for him, I'll give him 3 over 10. For Osman Bukari, wow, what a super sub! He just had an instant impact on the game. He came on, got the opportunity, and wasted no time and scored a goal. And the huge celebration some minutes out of the World Cup. And I think that Osman Bukari, we have to give him more chance in the Blasters. And I think I'll give him 7 over 10 for his performance in the game. Now, finally, well, our last 2 players, Daniel Kofi-Chiré. Oh my word, Daniel Kofi-Chiré was bad. The game was heated up, and when Daniel Kofi-Chiré came on, he couldn't even see what was happening. Daniel Kofi-Chiré struggled in the game, and I think that I'll give him 3 over 10. Charlie, Daniel Kofi-Chiré really struggled, really struggled. I wondered what was happening to Daniel Kofi-Chiré. He couldn't make that progressive and surging runs that he often made, and he struggled in the game. Now, the last player is Tariq Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey was a perfect replacement for Alidu Seidu in the game, and well, his diminutive nature was what fell short for him, but I think that he did well. He was able to step in for Alidu Seidu after he was substituted, and for him, I'll give him 5 over 10 for his performance in the game. I think Tariq Lamptey did very well. At the point in time when Daniel Amati couldn't make those runs, it was Tariq Lamptey who was making the runs for him. You remember, if you go and check the replay in the last minute, I think in the 90th last minutes, thereabout, Daniel Amati struggled to make the runs and was pushing Tariq Lamptey to continue to chase the opponent with the ball and all that. I think that Tariq Lamptey did very well with his performance in the game. Now for Otuado, I'll give him 3 over 10. Otuado was bad from the selection to the substitution. Oh my word, he made it late. You bring on Daniel Kofi-Chiré late. You bring on Jordan Ayew at the wrong time. You take off Kudus and Andre Ayew at the point when they were at their peak in the game. Oh my word, Otuado are bon. No, I'm starting to believe that indeed you are a trainer scout and not a coach. Otuado, 3 over 10, Charlie, it was bad. But overall, I'll give our performance 6 over 10. The Black Stars did very well. We never thought that they would be able to fight back into this game after we went down by 3 goals to 1. And I said that the next game, the Black Stars players might step up. If the coach say defend, I beg you guys, open up and play small and get the goals, because South Korea, we can beat them, and well, hopefully we get a win against South Korea. Well, that'll be it for this edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafi. It was great coming your way. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment.